Hi, this is Laura Martin, and I teach mindfulness with River Rock Mindfulness. And I am really happy to be presenting a mindfulness class for VIDA Coworking. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about life vows. I'll be leading a retreat later this month, and vows is a wonderful thing to focus on at the beginning of the year. It's also a wonderful thing to focus on anytime. So if you happen to be watching this at any point, it's always a good time to just check in with yourself about what life vows are. I'll be describing a little bit more about what those are and how to discern what life vows may already be guiding your life. There's quite a few different exercises to do around vow, but this one's kind of important to be able to discern what's already there and what may still be guiding you, what may be really important. So we'll talk about that a little bit at the end of our time today. But to begin, I'd like to just do a little bit of mindful movement. It can be really helpful to reconnect to the present moment, to just clarify that connection with body, mind, and heart. And in that clarity, we can then listen a little more closely to those deeper communications from our true heart, and discern a little more clearly our life vow and our life direction. Sound good? Well, let's begin with a little bit of movement, and this can be done in a chair. It can also be done if you're seated on the floor or even lying down. You can amend the movements however you'd like, but if you just want to do a little bit of chair movement, that can be really refreshing. So let's just start by noticing the sensations of being in a chair, feeling the sensations of sitting or breathing. And of course, if any of my guidance is uncomfortable for you, or you'd rather not place your attention in a particular spot in the body or the body at all, you're always welcome to just put your attention wherever it's most comfortable for you. These are just suggestions. That said, if the body is a comfortable spot for you, just noticing how it is to feel the body, how it is to be sitting and supported by whatever it is that's supporting you, the chair, the floor, ultimately the earth. And so now perhaps allowing the shoulders to just come up a little bit towards the ears. These don't have to be big movements, but just inviting a little circle with the shoulders. And the point here isn't to do anything, to accomplish anything. It's really just to feel the body. It's easier to feel the body when it's moving. You could bring the breath into relationship with this movement by inhaling the shoulders up, exhaling the shoulders down. Maybe one more. And noticing how the shoulders might come to stillness, feeling the arms and hands. Maybe you noticed there was some movement there too. And how is it now? And the next movement, we'll do a very gentle twist. So taking your left hand, putting it on the outer part of the right leg, and just inviting a gentle twist and looking over the right shoulder, noticing the different visual field and noticing how the body feels in a twist. You could just allow the body to be a little more upright and just explore those sensations. Again, we're not trying to make anything happen here. It's just feeling what's already here. Is there any extra tension or holding that's not necessary? Just inviting that to let go and uncurling towards the center once again. A couple of breaths here, just feeling the result of that small, gentle movement. And now taking the right hand outside of the left leg, Gentle twist looking over the left shoulder. What do you see here? And if you find that you're pushing or straining or trying to achieve greatness, just dial it back a little bit. Not a lot of effort here. Again, noticing the spine. Is it upright? How do you feel the breath even in this gentle twist? Letting go any extra tension or holding. And when you're ready, gently uncurling, coming back to center. And now if you'd like to gently lift the arms, maybe your arms just come up this far, or maybe your arms come up all the way. Just inviting a stretch upward if your arms go all the way up, or even just out stretching, feeling the chest opening, feeling the region of the heart. Exploring the sensation of this gentle stretch. Again, nothing to achieve here, just noticing the presence of body, the presence of breath. And when you're ready, maybe exhaling the arms down slowly and helping them find their way to rest and just noticing what's here. If you can, maybe moving the feet, maybe one at a time, maybe both at a time, bringing the feet into circles. You might hear a little bit of movement in the feet, one side and the other. And maybe same with the hands and arms, just circling at the wrists, feeling the fingers. This is just a way to get connected once again. The body can only be in the present moment. So every time we're aware of this body, of this breath, we're at least back in the present moment. All right. Having done a little movement, let's just find our way into a seated posture and get ready for a brief sitting meditation. So I'll ring the bell to begin. You're welcome to, once again, just connect with the chair and the posture of sitting. You're welcome to keep eyes open or closed, however you like. And just attending to the sound of the bell as we begin. Allowing the breath to be just however it is. Nothing you need to do. No place else you need to be. You've already set aside this time to be present. Noticing how sounds may come and go. Those too happen in the present moment. Everything just inviting you right back to right here, right now, however it is. Feeling the body in its entirety from the top of the head to the soles of the feet, almost as if the attention was like a light inside the body, illuminating the whole body with this gentle, kind awareness, just feeling what's here. And as you feel the body, In its stillness, you may also feel the gentle movement of the breath. Where do you feel the breath most vividly? Just taking a moment to attend to a breath or two. See if you can follow a breath or two from the top of the inhale all the way through the exhale to the bottom of the exhale. Maybe a slight pause there. And noticing the inhale, all those turning points. Feeling the body, feeling the breath, just as it is. Nothing to fix, nothing to improve. Just a reconnection to what's here. And as we sit and breathe, you might also bring attention to the region of the heart, both this physical and metaphorical area. Perhaps breathing into the chest, breathing into the heart, opening and expanding with each in-breath, a little bit more space, a little bit more room. And what do you find here in the region of the heart? Is it open or closed? Warm or cool? Tender? Maybe overflowing? Can you connect with your heart and just be present to whatever it is you find right here, right now? And as we close this brief reconnecting practice, connecting with body, with heart and mind, as we move towards this inquiry into our life vow, knowing that you can always reconnect with a body, mind, and heart whenever you need to for this clarification and focus. Maybe bringing some movement into fingers and toes, feeling those sensations, letting some light into the eyes if your eyes were closed, and reconnecting to the room. When you're ready, reconnecting to the screen. I'm kind of excited. I have a little screen sharing to offer you as a way to just focus our attention here. What is a vow? A vow is a conduit for our life energy, and it's also a compass for our clear life direction. A vow can help enlarge the framework of our life beyond just ourselves. You can make an impossible vow or a vow that requires a lot of help from other people. Knowing that your vow is already in you, that your vow is already present, and it's a matter of just being aware of what it is. A lot of what I've learned about vow has come from my teacher, Jan Chosen Bays, and her husband, Hogan Bays. These are my Zen teachers. And Chosen wrote this book, The Vow Powered Life. I don't love the title, but it's got a lot of really wonderful practical material in it, and highly recommend. She has a lot about different kinds of vows, about how to form a vow, how to maintain a vow. It's a really lovely book, and I'll be leading a retreat based on this, co-leading a retreat this month. More information available about that. It's important to notice that vows are everywhere around us. I like to think of even just these online platforms like Zoom or other platforms are the result of somebody's vow somewhere. And maybe that vow was to help people communicate online. Maybe the creation and maintenance of these platforms has to do more with people taking care of their families, and it's helping them make real that vow. The vow of whatever building that you might be in, who was living out the vow to build that house or build that building and complete it, or who's maintaining it, and what is it that is driving that energy, that life force, and focusing their life in that way. So today I just want to touch on vows that you already live by. And there's ways to bring this forward. You can look at maybe accomplishments that you've already achieved, your life commitments that you already have made, and asking yourself why. Why do I want to do this? And that helps us discern the means of achieving the vow from the vow itself. So here's what I'd like you to do is make in a writing exercise that I'll, leave plenty of time for. You can take some time after this to complete it. Just write on a sheet of paper 2 columns. On one side, you write accomplishments, and on the other side, your underlying vow. So some accomplishments, for example, finishing high school, finishing social work degrees, becoming certified in mindfulness-based stress reduction, getting married. These are all accomplishments or commitments that I have made. And so just beginning to ask myself, like, what was that about? What was I hoping to achieve? Or what was the underlying vow that helped me move in that direction? Finishing high school was about just learning and preparing for adulthood. I decided to become a social worker. One of my vows is to be in skillful service, and learning how to be a social worker helped me do that in a skillful way. I decided to get certified to teach MBSR because I want to share the tools of practice, to share the tools of meditation. And getting married for me was a way to mutually support someone, to be supported in life and also in spiritual practice. And my husband's also a Zen teacher, so that's really a big part of what our life is about. You may have different commitments, certainly having children, or, whatever those accomplishments and commitments are, there's a vow there. And so these are already here. Nothing you have to create, but it is really just about figuring out what you've already done. So I'll give you a few minutes and we'll close this practice time, but do please feel free to write about your accomplishments and see if, excuse me, see if that helps you discover what your underlying vows already are, what they actually are. And feel free to stay in touch with me. You're welcome to email me, or if you have any other questions about working with vow, I'd love to geek out on it with you. And thanks so much for taking part in today's class. Let me know what was useful about this and what you'd like to see more of, and we'll see you next time.